Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and today on the Hermitcraft server, I am going to make short work of this tall build. I am Spoon, neighbor extraordinaire, has constructed not only a religious establishment without, any formal tax-exempt status. Why aren't they applying for that? Seems a little fishy to me. Maybe a little bit suspicious or suspicious. I don't know. It's pretty fishy. But look at this. Look at this monochromatic, bland wall. What are they hiding back there? I don't know. Probably some sort of cult or crazy melon farm. But it's just this massive wall to keep the cultists in and to keep freedom of expression and idealism out. Now, I said to Spoon, I said to him, you see, my friend, as Joe Hills I am, I must lament this terrible wall. These terrible three walls. These terrible walls three. I must see something more beautiful from my home above on the hill, which, of course, right now is not loading properly. But I said to Spoon that I would really, really like to see him do something to make that little bit more beautiful, a little bit more, communal, a little bit more civilized. Instead, this great rectangular box of oppression remains. And he pretty much said, do whatever you want, make it look okay. I think it looks great. So I am going to go over there, and I'm going to make it look awesome. But the thing is, in order to do that, first I need to determine how to mesh it best with the rest of the community. Now, obviously, I could take cues from this wonderful Corrales house here, which is a good start, but I don't know that alone will work. We've got these beautiful high lines on the tree farm here. We got this quartz building, stone building here. I'm really thinking, though, that what I'm going to want to do is take cues from the front of the building, like these pillars, the smooth sandstone, there's blue wool on the inside, and kind of round out this outside of the building in such a way to make it more visually pleasing and aesthetically unified, that anyone trapped inside might yet rejoice at the expression of freedom that I have created. Let's go ahead and take a look at how badly the watermelon farms are using this space. Okay, it looks like he over-engineered this space by a good amount. I hope there's no creepers spawning in here, because that would be bad. I could actually probably pull this in tighter in some places. So, like, for example, I could move these middle blocks in to give this all more curvature here. Hey, Biffa2001 joined the game. He's my 2001st favorite Biffa. And now there's an Enderman after me. Let's hide under here and wait for the Enderman to come. Okay, well, the Enderman does not seem to be on his way. But, of course, those zombies are. So let's add some more light in here first off. Because this is terrible. Why would you have this in the center of town? There's just going to be zombies spawning in here, creepers spawning in here. Okay, so all sorts of different parts of this we need to light up and improve upon there. Like I said, the roof is... He probably wanted to leave that extra space for the roof so he could add melon farm capacity. I'm not going to remove that by lowering everything, but it does mean that I could lower some of the edges. I could taper the roof a bit and or bring it in or something. One of the first ways we're going to go ahead and start chipping away at this is we're going to remove these 4 cobblestone or, sandstone from every side and then replace them with these just beautiful pillars. Actually, I'm going to need more than that. I'm going to need probably 16 total. So we're just going to make a bunch of those. And I might use some of these elsewhere as well. So that kind of extends that visual through here a little bit. Now, I don't like how it meets the rest of it. What I'll probably do is I'll cap it on either side with 2 of these smoother ones. One at the top and one on the bottom, as you can see here. Boom. And so that kind of gives this a little bit more continuity between the earlier part of the structure and the later one. And I might even go so far as to add an additional line that comes across here, like a shelf of these. I'll have to see, though. Let's go ahead and knock out those other 4 corners. Okay, so now from here, what we will do is go ahead and cut out some of this birch wood, like so, and extend that line across. which of course involves a lot of jumping, which is always hilarious, and now I'm in a pit. Thank you, the game, for putting me in the pit again. See, looking classier already. And I've also taken the sandstone, the rough sandstone along the bottom here, and turned this into the more beautiful smoothie sandstone, which I think gives this a much more refined flavor. Now, I haven't really done anything to disrupt the overall texture here yet, but we are at least kind of unifying this back part of the building at least better with the front part. And, oh good, a zombie horde has come upon me unawares. Luckily, whoa, did that one bounce a flame arrow back at me? Oh, and here are the Goldblum brothers. Unfortunately, I cannot set them aflame while they are in the water, so I will just have to settle for pummeling them with arrows. Wow, that guy's got... he must have, like, projectile protection armor. That's insane how many of those he withstood. Dang it, well, whatever. Some of these are just going to be lost in this little dugout here that Spoon has, and this back wall is currently a work in progress. I've not really figured out exactly what I want to do with it, but I'm almost thinking something with some sort of like levels or layers, like coming out to here almost. And of course I don't have any surplus dirt on me because that was not a material that I believed I would need for this, but dang it, possibly something along the lines of having this curve outward here, and then over lots of surplus blocks being spent, of course. But, so we have like this kind of semicircle here. Well, yeah, that's half a circle. But maybe we would go so far as to say, let's go ahead and have a quarter of a circle. Or let's have this come back this far, right? And then have another one sweep out again. So we could have this whole, like, elevated balcony up here for Spoon to look out from, possibly. Or, I'm not sure what else. Well, this demicircle, or hemicircle? No, this would be a demicircle, I guess. Would at least just move the wall out and give it some contour. Is that a creeper up there? There's a creeper up there waiting to fall down upon me. That fills me with dread. That would be absolutely terrible, to have a creeper just swing down low here and lay me low. So, let's see. If I were to do these, maybe the way to do it would be to have this come back in. Oh, I'm super paranoid now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then begin to... Oh, see, then it doesn't follow the curve of the wall as naturally, but... So we could have it go like 1, 2, 3, 4, back into here. And so at that point, we've now got this little circular, or partially circular area here. And we could even have it maybe not come all the way back to here quite. So what I think I'm going to do here is to go ahead and put some of these pillar pieces together. And so see, I can do 6 pillars essentially. So if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, then knocked over the smoothie. 1, 2, 3, 4, then that. Up to here now. So that gives us 3 pillars here. Then we have 3 pillars on this side as well. We're going to have to figure out what sort of blocks go in here. I'm actually inclined to use these because they're part of the existing building structure kind of thing. Get this right here. And add this atop there, that atop there. And we could even have some sort of, maybe we have glass inside of here, and then we set up some sort of, I don't know, crazy display melons within this part or something. Gonna probably have to patch that wall up. I kind of cut it down thinking I was going to do something more drastically different here, but that's probably not going to happen. So, Let's go ahead and throw some glass in here as well. Even if there's not anything super crazy behind the glass, even if these are just fake windows, this will look so much better than what we did have that it'll be just absolutely stellar. So we can just throw that there. And then I'm going to build a balcony up top of here, and that will also look nice. Now, if we just take these beautiful birchwood planks and lay them end to end, we can then come out here and do stuff like this, and even have a string of sandstone that will run across the top here. So we just add some smooth stuff here, like so. And now we have a cool little balcony place that we can add some light to from back here. And obviously down the line we'd prefer to use, what do you call those, magical glowstone lamps and what have you for this. But this would get us by for right now. So if this is going to be, well, if the windows run up to here, we actually have to have the level of the balcony itself be one higher. Otherwise, it's going to be visible out through the window there, which is no good. So what we can do is go ahead and grab us some extra birch planks here, like so, and integrate those into the design up here, this tier. And we can just take this stairs right here and have that run around like so. And do the same on this side. Real simple. Nothing I'm doing here is really that revolutionary in terms of Minecraft building, but it's just all kind of trying to use sound fundamentals for success, or toward a successful build. Now, one thing that's interesting here is I could even come in further here and move part of this wall back in further back here. So let's go ahead and actually just hack away at this and then maybe offset it a few blocks, because we're not in any danger of striking these towers by any means. Whoa, 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 there are spiders. There are spiders now. There are spiders now. Apparently they spawned up there earlier and have been waiting, plotting. Okay, hopefully there are no creepers up there doing the same soon, because that is a problem I do not want to have. You know, I'm not sure that I like these as pillars. I feel like they look a lot better. What I think I'm going to do is leave these here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think what I'm going to do is leave these here in anticipation of having them as holsters for future, what do you call those? Putting those pillar things in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we add the 5th one here. So with my magical almost enough pillar blocks, boom, and you get the idea though. So that gives us some visual changes throughout here. Let's see, we could go ahead and put a torch on each of those for right now, just to light it up more. What I probably want to do is put a redstone lamp atop each of those down the line. And what I might even want to do is have the smooth sandstone come out here like so, and possibly have these birch supports for it, and maybe like put in some sort of small fake balconies or something. Or maybe have that run all the way up and around. I'm not sure which would look better. But we can go ahead and give this a go. Well, the building's looking a little bit better. You still got that awkward moire effect from all of the birchwood there. But the additional patio balcony areas I added, I think are kind of helpful. What I'm going to go ahead and do is go back there with some of these extra iron doors I stole from that stronghold we all looted. Because, you know, when you get a bunch of people together, and you're not just stealing anymore, you're really looting. And I'm also pretty happy with the way that the windows here have the melons through them at certain angles, but not others. I feel like that adds a, I don't know, complexity to the build and to the presentation thereof. Kind of gives it some depth inside of there. But like, this just to me looks way better than the flat wall that it was earlier. So, yeah, this is what we started with. Remember, this is what we had. We had this, and now of all things, we have this. Not perfect, not finished, but better. Definitely better. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump into here and go ahead and put these iron doors in place, as one on each patio, as well as 2 in the middle of this. They're not really going to go anywhere. I don't expect Spoon to actually use this area for anything, but we would just kind of put one right here, one right here. Now, from the ground, you're not going to be able to see through those. It just kind of gives this more of a sense of purpose, I guess. So we can take this iron door here and place it simply like so, and once again, doesn't actually go anywhere. Just will give it the appearance of more of a functional element. And I'm really thinking that maybe I should rake back this entire top part here. It's still kind of too flat for my taste. Not exactly sure if that's the best way to go, though, so I am just going to kind of play with it for a minute. And then I think I'm going to call it an episode, because just working on the back of this building has taken quite a while, and I'm going to also have to gather a bunch more materials before I can work on the sides. Okay, you know what? Adding those doors did nothing to make this look different from down here. So there's that. Hopefully it makes it look better from over there. Let's see. I think I will have to round this out somehow. Or maybe I'll connect these 2 balconies. Yeah, that might be the way to do it, is to connect those 2 balconies and even have them come further out in the center here. Kind of the opposite of this, where these it kind of comes out on either side. There it swings out in the center. Let's go ahead and give that a go. Well, folks, that's about all the time I have for today, but I feel like this is a solid start, and I will see you all tomorrow for part 2 of Joe Hills improves on I Am Spoon's church back cult hiding people area. You know, that's where the watermelon machine works, and that's where I'm going to do my greatest architectural work ever. Oh, that actually looks awesome. Look. It's a guy's head, and there's his arms, and he's supporting the weight of spoonerism up here, and there's his legs. See, he's like squatting down, he's bent down. Oh, this is all about the subservience of man, and I didn't even realize it. I'm awesome. Okay, goodbye. Keep adventuring.